Hello, and welcome to this course on distress tolerance. My hope is that as you go through this course, you will 1. Gain an understanding of distress intolerance and the importance of developing distress tolerance. 2. Have an opportunity to see where you lie on the distress tolerance scale currently. 3. Develop techniques to increase distress tolerance and learn when to use which techniques and which techniques are most beneficial to you. Finally, I hope you will develop a distress tolerance plan that you can take back with you to your home, work, and community. Distress tolerance is a skill that takes time and practice. Some people may find it easier than others to develop. For those of you who find it challenging, don't give up. Keep going and keep practicing. This course is divided into 7 modules. We will first cover key definitions and then allow you to take a self-assessment. We will cover 2 common therapies used to increase distress tolerance: acceptance and commitment therapy, also known as ACT, and dialectical behavioral therapy, also known as DBT. Both of these therapies have a sitting with the distress and an acceptance of the distress component. We will cover both. We will also take some time to practice a few breathing exercises. Breathing is a component of both ACT and DBT, but also a program on its own. My colleague, Christine Block, will guide us through some breathing exercises. Finally, we will conclude with suggestions for developing a distress tolerance plan and additional resources that are available. So how do we define distress tolerance? Distress tolerance is defined by Leroy et al. As the perceived capacity to withstand negative emotional and/or other adverse states, such as physical discomfort, and the behavioral act of withstanding distressing internal states elicited by some type of stressor. Distress tolerance can be broken down into 5 areas. Uncertainty: is this person going to live or die? Will the stock market go up or down? Will I get pregnant? Ambiguity: I'm not sure what the right thing to do is. Do we give the ICU bed to the 45-year-old smoker with COVID or the 50-year-old who is boosted? Frustration: I can't believe this person didn't get vaccinated. Why is traffic so bad today? Why are we so short-staffed? Negative emotional state: I have no words for the 7-year-old that was shot dead. I'm so mad that my husband isn't picking up the kids today. Doesn't he know I've had a horrible week? And physical sensation: I've got this horrible headache. I've already taken Tylenol. Or I could really use a drink right now. So what happens if we don't handle this distress well? Not handling distress can lead to emotional dysregulation, such as prolonged anxiety and worry and depression. These emotional states may also lead to maladaptive behaviors, such as excessive drinking, substance use, eating disorders, or self-harm. When we don't know how to cope with distress, we try to find our own ways, and sometimes those ways end up being more emotionally and physically harmful. This is why building distress tolerance is so important. Before we continue and dive into skills, let's take a look at how distress tolerance is measured, and then give you the opportunity to try a couple of the assessments and see where you fall. There is no right or wrong answer, and there is no shame. Many of us did not learn distress tolerance skills in our past, or maybe we did, but the level of distress currently is much greater than usual. In an article, Leroy et al. Lay out some measures for distress tolerance. Some of these scales are general, like the first one on the slide, the distress tolerance scale, while others focus on certain components of distress tolerance, for example, uncertainty or frustration or physical distress.